Silence, nothing but birds. I love it. Alright, first thing in the morning. Normally, what I do is eat breakfast, but today is such a special day. I'm not eating breakfast right away because I'm gonna go get my blood tested. Last time I got blood tested was a while ago. I'll test my fasting blood glucose here at home because I've got a glucometer. I'm not gonna pay for that on my blood panel, but I'm gonna get cholesterol, hemoglobin A1C. I'll do testosterone. This is especially for all the vegan Peter Pantheists out there in the vegan religious cult. I like sharing my blood work every once in a while. Everybody's talking about Sean Baker's blood work on a 100% carnivore diet. It's killing them. It's making them diabetic. I'll show you where my blood's at. I haven't had vegetables in months. I'm not doing like a straight up meat diet. I eat a lot of organ meats. I do have chocolate, 100% cacao. We live in Ecuador, so we like to have, well, this is an export ready one, but ooh, 100% cacao. Meats, fish, eggs, butter, saturated fats, all the naughty things that the vegans tell you are gonna kill you. That's what I'm eating. I'm gonna have some water. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of methylene blue. Methylene blue, and it's actually a very powerful adjunct to red light therapy. So I've been experimenting with this stuff for about 6 months now. I find it fascinating. If you want to look up this compound methylene blue in relation to red light therapy, or LLLT, or photobiomodulation, amazing studies showing the synergistic effects of methylene blue with red light therapy. So take about 1 milligram of methylene blue, drop it in my water. I'm gonna drink my water, get a little dose of red light therapy. I'm gonna cruise out and get my blood tested. Then I'm gonna come home and eat. It's so soothing to the eyes. I can feel it like loosening up all these little micro tissues and improving lymph flow. It just feels amazing, and it's a really good mood booster. So I like to do this in the morning and in the evening. I haven't been doing it in the morning for the last month or so because I've been going straight to breakfast and then getting to work. We've been doing the Keto Collective community coaching course, which has been amazing so far. And we've been, putting in a lot of energy into building that platform, which has been really fun. So yeah, my mornings have been getting straight to work. The next session is going to be in June, but here in the April session, I've got 30 people, and there's just so many people with different experiences, different stories, and everybody gets to learn from everyone else's context. So essentially, our goal with this is to make ourselves obsolete. We want to transfer as much knowledge and transmit as much knowledge to our audience as possible. We do that with videos too, obviously, but what we want to do with this coaching course is turn all the clients that come to us into more effective, more knowledgeable, and better coaches than most of the other freaking people out there trying to sell them coaching on the internet. I mean, it's really not that difficult to get going on a well-formulated ketogenic diet. And it's really not that difficult to help others with it. People tend to overcomplicate things. People tend to focus on the wrong metrics because most people just copy what other people are doing. People tend to overcomplicate things and make things confusing as hell. So it's been really fun working with this group. Shout out to everybody in the Keto Collective. So I don't test my blood glucose every morning. In fact, I never test my blood glucose or my blood ketones, nor do I recommend that everybody test their blood glucose and blood ketones all the time if you're non-diabetic. Waste of money, waste of time. But here's my blood glucose, just for all you punk-ass vegans out there who want to see every little metric and nitpick every little thing. Gigapet hungry. Boom. There you go. Eating meat causes diabetes. Eating fat causes diabetes. You're gonna die. There you go. Blood glucose, 83. I fed the Gigapet. There it is. I'm gonna go get my blood testing out at the clinic. You know how. So see ya. Results will be ready tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Last time I did it, we had it the same day. So, kind of disappointing. I gotta wait till tomorrow. But I'm gonna go home, and Jessica's doing a podcast today. She's recording a podcast with the folks from Canto. I'm gonna talk about kind of the development of their company and what they stand for, and kind of get into why we actually affiliate with them. So she just woke up a little bit late. She got to sleep in today. I'm gonna go eat and hang out with the kids while Jessica does her podcast. What's up, baby? Yeah, these. Oh, yeah. Oh, what are you eating, Ryder? What's Ryder eating? Does he have steak?
Liver.
What is it?
Liver.
Liver? What?
And I have steak and onions.
Steak and onions and liver. Crazy children. Look at our fridge. Oh, there's like the only fruit thing I see, but look at all that meat. Look at all that meat. These vegans are getting so triggered right now. Look at all this. We've got goat meat. No, sheep's meat rather. Beef heart meatballs. I'm grabbing this liver. And I'm gonna have eggs and liver and some steak that was left over from last night. Look at his mouth full of liver. Goofy kid. Look, if you keep good foods around to give to your kids will crave good foods. Turn that on yourself. If you keep good foods around to feed yourself, you will crave good foods. Look at that shirt. I love this shirt. Patience with time, the grass turns to cheese. So this is actually sheep's liver, which is actually one of the most ridiculously tasty things in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw some steak in there. Look at that. Wow. So I'm having the chocolate right now. It's so good. 100% cacao. This is like an Ecuadorian heirloom strain too. Cultivated for thousands of years. These are from trees that are hundreds of years old, from heirloom seeds that have been passed down from many generations. And I love chocolate. And not the stupid baker's chocolate, Hershey's crap. This low quality crap that you're gonna buy in most supermarkets. This is like a fine wine of chocolate. Gotta get that extra butter. Some more dietary cholesterol, vital nutrient that we all need for brain health, for cognitive function, create vitamin D when I go out in the sun. And butter tastes so good. So there you go. I'm not weighing and measuring my food. I've got my established habits. I eat pretty much the same amount of food every day. I've been trying to increase my food intake just a little bit the last few days because I've had more hunger and I've been doing a lot more like kettlebell work throughout the day. So a little bit more food, add a little bit of muscle mass, and Ari is eating a spoonful of butter. And Ryder is
Being a grumblehead.
Ryder's grumbling with a mouth full of steak. Salt, never to be forgotten. That's my version of a teaspoon. Look at all that. Loads of salt. And I'll actually add some more of this Cyprus flake salt after I cut up all my steak and liver and mix it all in with my eggs for my beautiful salad. Salt is one of your best friends on a ketogenic diet. This salt is one of my new best friends on a ketogenic diet. This Cyprus flake salt. Check this stuff out. These amazing little like pyramid structures in this. This stuff adds such a nice texture. It adds this like nice little crunch, this little like salty wafer crunch. I like to eat out here in the morning sun, grounded, sitting on the earth. This is concrete right here, so not as grounded if I was sitting on the actual dirt on the other side. But the AM sunlight, it's a nutrient. It is medicine. I'm enjoying my liver, my eggs, and my steak. Getting this AM sunlight, you're the least likely to burn when you're in prolonged sunlight in the AM hours. And the frequencies of light, especially in the red spectrum, are very powerful in the morning. So AM sunlight, very important for melatonin production throughout the day, very important for dropping cortisol levels, very important for maintaining low inflammation and for setting our circadian rhythms. Check out Ryder here. You still got that same bite? Wow, he finally swallowed it. He had the same bite of liver in his mouth for like an hour. Ryder is such a great reminder to me to, oh, it was still in there. Ryder's always given me this really awesome reminder to chew my food. It's something that I didn't really connect with until much later in life, is the importance of actually chewing our food. Not only is it the start of the digestive process, the digestive enzymes begin to be produced in the mouth, and it signals our body with all kinds of hormonal triggers that will help us to digest and assimilate these foods, but it also is really important for our jaw and for our neck. All these little tiny muscle fibers all throughout here get neglected. Right, when we're eating a modern standard American diet, the modern standard Western diet, we are not chewing that much, right? Like if you're eating a bunch of vegetables and stuff, even like on a vegan diet, you're not getting that workout in the jaw, in the neck here, where all these muscle tissue, all these little muscle fibers connect right into where the brain stem is. So the communication in our central nervous system requires us to have good energy flow all throughout our entire spinal column. And chewing your food not only helps you digest better, but also helps you to connect with the muscles and all these little tiny fascia networks that are surrounding our head. So chew your dang food, liquefy it in your mouth. Take note from Ryder, who basically digests most of his food in his mouth. I forget all the time. I mean, we get so hungry, we're in such a rush in our modern world that we don't even think of the importance of actually chewing our food. So chew your food, see how much better your digestion gets, and see how much better you feel. My little baby Daisy here, such a sweetie. Oh, Daisy. This dog loves me more than anything in the world. She doesn't care that I'm eating food, she just wants my love. Now Duke, however, Duke just wants my food. But Daisy wants my love. Just got done doing her first solo podcast. How was it, babe?
Awesome.
Awesome. Who did you talk to?
Kevin from Lecanto.
How did you?
All about sugar-free substitutes.
How do you think it went?
It was good. It was good. I definitely learned a lot. I know how to.
I think you did well.
Do it better.
I think you did well.
He was a great guest.
It's not easy talking in front of a camera all by yourself.
It's like talking in a mirror, which I don't like doing.
It's really weird to talk to a camera, and to do a podcast when you're interviewing somebody on a computer can be very difficult at first. Yeah. But you get the hang of it. You get used to just like looking at the person, seeing what's going on with them.
Yeah. Transitioning, like I had a list of questions I knew I wanted to cover, but then finding clever, like nice in the moment transitions was kind of difficult.
You don't do that. So you just have a conversation.
Yeah, it's better that way.
Yeah. See, if we had a babysitter, we could do podcasts together where we could get someone to watch the kids, and then we could do podcasts together. That might be a good one, because I don't know, I feel like the people are sick of me though, and they would like some Just Jessica. I'm sick of me.
I love you. You know what? One of my favorite moments is when Tristan's editing his videos, and then I get to be with Tristan and listen to Tristan.
To me, it's the most weird moments, because I'm like watching myself editing a video, like that would be me, and then I see her watching me, and the way she looks at me, she loves me so much, and it's like, don't you know what a loser I am? Don't you know that I'm just like such a dork?
That was cool, but I hope you guys all enjoyed the interview. I learned a lot of cool things.
I enjoyed it. I liked listening to it.
Nice. That's helpful.
All right. I'm gonna go do a little bit of kettlebell stuff outside. I'm gonna have one of these little, probably 2 or 3 of these things. See, the center is this like, it's kind of like an imitation Nutella using sunflower seeds. It's really good. Sunflower lecithin, and I think she used MCT oil in this one as well, the caprylic acid MCT oil. And then I've got my little peanut buttery caramel looking frosting. that's made with colostrum, so it's got a bunch of immune boosting properties, and then it's got a little bit of the powdered Lecanto, which here I've got it right here. Powdered Lecanto. We got a 20% off discount code on this stuff. This stuff is great for chocolate. The powdered Lecanto is fantastic in chocolate because you don't get the crunch that you get from other erythritol style where you've got grainy stuff in it. You don't get the crunch like you get in those sweeteners. This stuff is amazing. Shout out to Lecanto. Thanks for the powder. What a day. I've actually edited most of this video already and I've still got to pick up my blood results tomorrow, so I decided to just keep it all in one video. It's gonna be like the longest vlog ever. It's like a full day of living. It's actually gonna be like a day and a half because I'm gonna have tomorrow morning too when I go get the results for the blood test. But anyways, I had an awesome kettlebell workout. Really been loving kettlebells lately, been getting back into it. For about the last year, I've really cut back on the intense exercise. I was doing a lot of work on the truck, and the truck's finally done, so it's nice to be able to spend a little bit more time doing other activities, you know, outside of work and outside of the work on the truck. But I had an awesome session today with the Keto Collective. One of the clients in the Keto Collective travels a lot, and he actually lives out of his van. So he's got this awesome van, and we were working on strategies for just traveling and living kind of the van lifestyle on keto. And it's really cool because his principles, the principles that he's gonna have to apply, are really applicable to so many other people that are in the group. We've got about, I think we've got 28 people in this group right now. And, but it's cool, we worked on strategies for eating out, which is really easy, but also strategies for preparing food with just a small stove in the limited space that he's got. But yeah, the day's coming to an end. Maybe I'll show you dinner, I'm not sure. Dinner will be steak. Dinner's gonna probably just be some steak. And yeah, awesome kettlebell workout. Got some work done today, got to hang out with my family, and did a lot of grueling editing as well. Morning time. I love the smell of the air when it's been raining. Now the clouds kind of tickle the mountains up there. So cool. The kids were just down jumping on the trampoline, getting all crazy and wet. I like to take get my feet on the bare ground in the morning. It feels really good. If I can't get morning sunlight, it feels nice to just go down to the garden and just kind of feel my feet on the ground. And I definitely don't do it enough because I usually end up getting to work almost immediately, at least for the last few months. But I'm gonna start augmenting that and spending a little bit more energy in the morning, getting it right, setting myself up for the day, because it makes the day so much more enjoyable. When we've got enjoyable morning routines that kind of set us up for, you know, just for feeling better, for having a more balanced mind throughout the day, and for having more of a focused direction for our energy. So today at 10 o'clock, I could pick up my results, but we've got a session for the Keto Collective, the community coaching course we're doing, at 10, which is going to be awesome. We've done probably like 8 to 10 hours so far just this week of live interaction with the group, and it's been rad. The next session, like I said, starting in June. You could sign up now for that. We're skipping the month of May on that, and I still do private consultations and private coaching one-on-one, but I definitely prefer people sign up for the Keto Collective for the fact that you get so much more value, you get so much more time, you get so much more energy and interaction through a Keto Collective community coaching course. So we use Discord servers, and people can talk to each other in voice chat. People are sharing recipes with each other, and it's outside of the toxic gulag environment of Facebook. And so yeah, really awesome. Stoked on this setup. If you're interested in the June Keto Collective, you can click on the coaching section of our website. But I'm gonna get a little bit of red light therapy in. I'm gonna get some breakfast in. I'm gonna meet with a whole bunch of awesome people, talk about keto, talk about lifestyle changes, circadian rhythm, reducing inflammation, and this first week of the Keto Collective has been just freaking amazing. So after that, then I'll get the blood results. The moment of truth. Actually, to be honest, I could not care less what a piece of paper tells me, what some numbers on a piece of paper tell me. Yeah, these are biomarkers that can be really important. I know my hemoglobin A1C is low. I know my inflammation is low. I'm sleeping well. What I am interested in is seeing where my testosterone's at, my natural testosterone levels, because of course I do not do TRT or steroids, so always curious on how different lifestyle factors will affect testosterone levels. And I'm relatively interested in the cholesterol levels, not for health purposes, because when you actually look at the research on cholesterol, you see that people who do have heart attacks, people who do have coronary heart events, those with high cholesterol have higher survival rates. So suppressing cholesterol makes you more at risk for depression, brain atrophy, muscle atrophy, bone mineral density decreases, and all-cause mortality. So low cholesterol means you die more. Why are we suppressing cholesterol? Why are we tripping out about cholesterol so much? It seems to be inverted. Kind of crazy, right? But that's the world we live in. Up is down, down is up, because the fake experts say they are. How do you know they're experts? Well, because they say they are, of course.
When I wake up, I get up at 4:30, I eat at 7. And then I don't eat again until between 5 and 6.
Oh, that's so awesome. So it's funny because a lot of people get it really into intermittent fasting. Now, were you doing intermittent?
I was.
Okay.
Yes, I was one of those. I was trying to hold off every day until noon. And all morning long, I was like waiting for noon because I was so freaking hungry.
How crazy is that? And now you're eating like a queen first thing in the morning, getting a nice meal in. And so how has this changed the hunger levels that you have throughout the day?
I'm not hungry. I think I'm hungry, and that's what I know it's mental for me. I've been doing the salt trick. I do when I think I'm hungry, I'll throw a pinch of salt underneath my tongue, and I chug a bottle of water. When I get up and I leave my desk and I go for a walk, and I'm not hungry. I think I'm hungry.
Isn't that funny?
And it is. And when I come home from work and I'm not quite ready to start dinner yet, my old habit would have been, let's go open up the refrigerator and what do I want?
All right, so my LDL from eating probably near 250 to 300 grams of saturated fat every day for the last week or so, in a surplus, loads of red meat, loads of eggs, butter, MCT, 392 on LDL. HDL, 69.9, which is healthy. Triglycerides are low at 103.6. Total cholesterol, a staggering 482.0. Okay, wow, what a surprise. All right, so my cholesterol levels have actually gone up since the last time I measured. I wasn't taking any measures to try to suppress them, nor do I plan to. I've talked about cholesterol a lot. We actually talked about remnant cholesterol, the importance of remnant cholesterol with Dave Feldman in the podcast recently. So here is my remnant cholesterol levels. I'm in the so-called medium low risk quintile on my remnant cholesterol. Lowest third risk on atherogenic index of plasma. But what's very interesting, my triglyceride to HDL ratio, which is highly correlated with coronary heart disease, much more correlated with coronary heart disease than cholesterol and total cholesterol levels, which is used to give people statins, which will decrease your cholesterol, give you risk of depression, increase your risk of all-cause mortality, and people who do have heart attacks have a greatly increased risk of all-cause mortality when they have suppressed cholesterol levels. So, for all the vegan crazies out there, for all you little Peter Pantheist vegans out there with your vegan religion, here's what I gotta say about that. If your assumptions are correct, that I'm giving myself heart disease because of the science that tells you that so-called cholesterol causes heart disease, because of the correlations that have been drawn. If that is true, if that assumption is true, which I do not buy, I do not believe that is true, if that assumption were true, then having suppressed cholesterol levels, suppressed total cholesterol levels, would decrease my chances of surviving a heart attack that you think is imminent. So, what the heck are these people talking about? More interesting to me was my C-Reactive Protein levels. my hemoglobin A1C levels, my fasting blood glucose levels. My fasting blood glucose, what was it, 83 or 84? 4.8 on that hemoglobin A1C, which is fantastic, very, very healthy. Here's the most interesting thing, my testosterone. Since the last time I did my blood work is nearly doubled. Last time I did blood work, it was 3.9. I was doing a lot of running. I actually didn't get that good of sleep the night before I did my last test. This last time I tested on a nice normal day. My lifestyle has been much more healthy lately. I've stopped doing so much running and I've done a little bit more resistance training, and I've been doing things like red light therapy, which has been shown to improve testosterone levels. And my C-Reactive Protein level is fascinating as well. The vegans are gonna hate this, right? They're gonna cherry pick the cholesterol levels and completely bypass all the other associative factors, right? So coronary heart disease highly associates with high C-reactive protein levels, high hemoglobin A1C levels, and high systemic inflammation. So C-reactive protein is a marker of systemic inflammation. Check it out. Here we measure in milligram per liter, not milligram per deciliter. My C-reactive protein, 1.1. Normal range is anything under 6 here. Now, if you were to calculate what my C-reactive protein were in milligrams per deciliter, check it out, it's 0.11. Boom. So my C-reactive protein levels, my inflammation levels are nil, nada. I wanna see these vegans who are talking shit below in the comments. We're gonna talk shit on YouTube. I wanna see your C-reactive protein levels. Show us your blood work, guys. Check out my testosterone levels, 100% natural, never taken any steroids. Pretty stoked on this, got my testosterone levels up to 7.5 on testosterone. So I would have been much happier to see it at like 8.2, like right above like the maximum range for the so-called normal range for a male between the age of 20 and 50. But I'm pretty happy at the 7.9. I'm pretty good at that level. So yeah, that's my blood work. Always honest with you guys, always straight up. Am I concerned about my cholesterol? When I've been eating like 300 grams of like pure saturated fat, eating nothing but meat, eggs, fish, lots of steak, loads of butter, and eating in a calorie surplus while building a little bit of muscle the last couple weeks doing some kettlebell work. If my inflammation levels are low, if my mood is more stable than it's ever been, if my cognitive function is better than it's ever been, if I'm sleeping better, feeling better, more stoked on life than I've ever been, and I go and I get some blood tests, and one of my numbers is not within the dogmatic range that is associated with all these cherry-picked metrics that are put into weird context and something that we do not have definitive science on. We cannot pretend that we absolutely understand cholesterol, all right? Well, I'm not worried at all. In fact, I'm stoked on life. So there's my bloods, there's my blood panels, testosterone nearly doubled, my hemoglobin A1C super low, my C-reactive protein virtually nothing. Now what I would like to get, the next test that I would like to get, which I don't think I can get here in Ecuador, is a carotid artery exam where you can actually look at the amount of plaque buildup in your carotid artery. To me, that would be very interesting, because I guarantee ain't nothing there. My heart feels like a baby's. So anyways, all you vegans out there, you can nitpick, cherry pick, and cry, bitch, and complain about my blood levels and tell me I'm gonna die of a heart attack. But you know what? I could not care less. I'm living my life, enjoying what I'm doing. And it's been funny experimenting with this like zero vegetable diet, eating loads of saturated fat, and seeing all my blood markers except my cholesterol improve. So, it is what it is. Make of it what you will. And question your dogma, guys. Have a great day.